Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back here with another reaction video. Today we got a Miami Heat video, man. If y'all that don't know, I'm a Heat fan, you feel me? And we doing our thing right now. Even with an injured team, I love it. I love it. When we play the best brand of our own basketball, we cannot be stopped. Let me rephrase that. It's going to be real hard to stop us. It's going to be real hard to beat us. Real hard for any team in the league. Forget the Knicks, forget the Bucks, like anybody, bring them on. But we got a video called "The Miami Heat Are Officially the Scariest Team." I want to hear how he breaks it down and what he talks about. So let's get into it, or she, I don't know.
Heat do it again. They beat the New York Knicks 105-86, and the Miami Heat take a 2-1 series lead in this best of 7. And all I can say is this: the Miami Heat are special, man, especially when the man is back in the mix, and that man is Jimmy Butler, who was cleared to play in this one. And Jimmy Butler, I mean, there's a reason why the Miami Heat turn it up a notch in the games that he's played in these playoffs. Jimmy Butler was once again phenomenal in this Game 3 win. He had 28 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in 36 minutes of action. As you look at the Heat, they are now 6-1 when Jimmy Butler plays in this postseason. That lone loss, of course, coming to the Milwaukee Bucks, but that one loss didn't matter as the Heat beat that Bucks team in 5. You look at this one, Miami Heat dominated throughout. This was not close. This was a start-to-finish domination from the Heat, as the energy from the crowd was great as well, and the Heat matched it, as this was a big performance not only for Jimmy Butler, but Max Strus had 19 points in this one. He was 7 of 14 from the field, 3 3-pointers made. How about Bam Adebayo chipping in with a double-double? He had 17 points, 12 rebounds, 7 of 14 from the field. Kyle Lowry was impactful yet again. So was Caleb Martin. Cody Zeller, he was felt in this game as well. He had 6 points, 5 rebounds. The Miami Heat, they're clicking on all cylinders right now. And
I don't want to talk over him too much, but I like how Cody was playing aggressive, man. If y'all watch the game, I love that. And Cody actually, he's solid, you know. As a backup big, he's solid. I actually rock with Cody. I know he's mad old. He's been in the league for mad long, but he finishes around a cup. His defense not all that, but he know how to rebound, he know how to box out. He played with a little aggression. I like that. When we picked him up, I was like, Cody Zeller. Like, all the bigs out there, you picking up Cody Zeller? But he's smooth, though. He do his job, man. I like it.
If it wasn't for some very questionable calls in Game 2, and I'm just going to say it, Scott Foster happening, I mean, the Miami Heat would be up 3-0 right now in this series. This team looks destined for big things. And Jimmy Butler, you can tell that Miami collectively just steps it up a level when he is on the court. Jimmy Butler has 241 postseason points so far, and he just elevates everybody. Having an alpha dog like Jimmy Butler out there takes up so much pressure from some of the other guys. And it was great to see Jimmy back. And I knew Jimmy was going to go in this one. I know there was some doubt that he may not have been ready for this one. But you know Jimmy Butler's the ultimate competitor. This dude was going to play in today's game. And that's exactly what he did. And Miami now are in a great position to take a 3-1 series lead. As obviously they stole home court advantage by taking Game 1 in New York. And just looking at how these teams match up when Jimmy Butler is out there, the Knicks don't stand a chance. I mean, the New York Knicks, it was a good story for them winning one round, but I just don't see this Knicks team keeping up with the Heat the rest of the way. I would not be surprised if the Heat...
And my thing is, all the people that's talking, like the media, I don't know why they acting like this gonna be 7. 6 at most. Like, are y'all watching these games? And they all still going with the Knicks. The only people I've heard jack the Heat are Shaq and Kenny on TNT. That's it. Are y'all watching these games? And we don't get no press because I guess LeBron and Curry and they match up. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a good series. Miami won't win, but it's a good series.
4-1 the Knicks, just like they 4-1 the Milwaukee Bucks, as You know, Jalen Brunson had 20, Josh Hart had 15, RJ Barrett had 14, but it didn't matter what the Knicks were doing. Miami just always seemed to have an answer, as the Heat, they outscored the Knicks in every single quarter, and this was just one of those games where you knew who was going to win from the start. And Miami, guys, this has been one of the best stories, not only this season, but in quite some time. I mean, this is an 8 seed that is on the cusp of doing something special right now. And to me, I don't care what their seed is. The Miami Heat are the scariest team left in these playoffs. You look at the collection of talent that they have. These guys know how to win. You got veterans on this team like a Kyle Lowry, ex-Raptor. You got, Kevin Love, who I know didn't have the best game in this one. But you have other guys who have just bought into their role. Duncan Robinson only had 4 points, and the Heat still won this game. Before we continue on with this video, I do want to say that today's video sponsor is DraftKings. The playoffs are in full swing.
Yes, sir,
teams are fighting to advance to the next round as they pursue eternal basketball glory.
I know what DraftKings is.
Receive bets game. Cash prize. Use promo code instantly. That's promo code
I'm
Luka.
not sponsored, but
Today,
two
guy. Jimmy Butler just makes this engine run. And I got to give a special shout out to Bam Adebayo, because if Bam continues to play like this and he gives you a double-double, the Heat are going to be extra difficult to beat. Miami's got a complete team. This team has the pieces. They got the superstar, and I'm calling him a superstar because Jimmy Butler is definitely a superstar when it comes to postseason basketball. And then they got the head coach, Eric Spoelstra. I mean, let's talk about what it means to have a great head coach in the NBA. We just saw 3 of the last 4 NBA champions fire their head coach. Teams are hard-pressed to find a good coach, and that's exactly what Miami's been blessed with all of these years by having Spoelstra, who just continues to do an amazing job. And I feel like he does not get a lot of credit, because when you talk about the best coaches in the league, I feel like his name doesn't come up a ton as it should. I mean, Eric Spoelstra, you can make the argument that he is the best pure coach left in this postseason field. And that's saying a lot when you got Steve Kerr, a multiple-time champion, on the other side. But when you look at what Spoelstra has been able to do, guys coming in and out of the lineup, Miami underachieving all season, and now that it's the most important time of the season, playoff basketball, just some of the adjustments we've seen from him and just some of the results we've seen of Eric Spoelstra's excellence, like, this Miami Heat team, man, they not only have the team that can do it, but they got the head coach, and that's a scary mix. You look at Miami in this one, they didn't shoot particularly well from 3, which again is scary considering they won this game comfortably. From the field, they struggled too. They were only shooting 38%. Total rebounds were the same. Assists were +2. Blocks were +2. The turnovers were the same. Points in the paint, Miami was +10. So Miami didn't even have their best game, but yet they still blew out the Knicks in Game 3. And that is why I said I do not see the New York Knicks standing a chance the rest of the way. They got that one game, which came with Jimmy out. You know, Jimmy's...
Let me just say this. Without even hating, Randall is not like that. Randall is not like that. I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, I was a Randall fan from L.A. I wanted to see him. He had the skills. He got the talent. But the way he changes, the way he plays, it's like... Again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to him, but, like, I done heard some people call him a fake Melo. Like, it seems like that's how he's trying to play. Like, be Julius Randle. When he first got to the Knicks, he was a bucket. Now, I don't know. And then his attitude is like, is it really bad? It's really bad. He almost thinks he's better than he is. Or he just expects things to go his way. Like, not talking to the media after bad games. Throughout the game, it's like he had a couple incidents throughout the season. He fighting with his teammates. It's like, and not a good fighting. Like, it's like he got an attitude and he don't want to hear what they saying, so they trying to, you know what I'm saying, get him right. And I don't know, bro. And I'm a Randall fan. I can't speak on it. I really don't get it.
He's not gonna miss another one. Miami's in the driver's seat right now, and I really think this team can do some very big things the rest of the way. So I don't want to overreact here and look ahead, but I was having this discussion with my friend the other day. Miami is so intriguing to me because not only can I see them getting past this round, which again, there is still a series to be played here. It's 2-1, but I feel really good about the Heat's chances. But I'm even thinking like this Heat team, I would not be surprised if they end up being a team that makes it back to the NBA Finals, similar to the bubble. And could you imagine a storyline where we see the Heat and the Lakers in a 7-8 matchup? I mean, that's a conversation for a different day. Or even the Golden State Warriors against the Heat in a 6-8 matchup. The point is, this postseason has been so special because we're about to see something that we have never seen before. If the Miami Heat make it to the conference finals, we're going to see an 8 seed just 4 wins away from the NBA Finals. And no 8 seed has ever won an NBA championship. And when you look at this Heat team, you cannot dismiss them and say they have no shot at winning the chip. Because if they continue to play like this and Butler is that engine and he stays healthy, Miami is going to have as good of a chance in a series against anybody left in the playoff field. So the Miami Heat, they continue to get it done, and this has just been one of the most fun teams to watch in the postseason. It's a feel-good story. It's an underdog story, so anytime you got an underdog story in the playoffs, I'm going to be the first guy rooting for that. And this is a team I just want to see succeed. I mean, they got Kyle Lowry, ex-Raptor. Obviously, I'm a Raptors fan, and Jimmy Butler. If there's one guy who is due for an NBA championship, it is that man right there. And if Jimmy Butler gets that championship, I mean, we're going to have to talk about Jimmy Butler being amongst some of the greats when it comes to not only the Miami Heat's franchise history, but in the NBA's history as a whole. So Miami's up 2-1. They look to take a stranglehold in the series 3-1 when these two teams meet again. Game 4 will be in Miami, and we'll see if the Heat can make this a quick series, and let's see if they can make it back to the Eastern Conference Finals.
All right, good video by my boy. His name is Luca Rosana, if y'all want to go check him out. But y'all get the point, man. I really just don't like when people sleep on my team. It's a little annoying. But yeah, be afraid. By no means am I saying it's over with. We got the Knicks, we got the Celtics or the Sixers, whoever next. You know what I'm saying? We still got to actually do the do. So, but don't sleep on us. Don't do it. But if, in a perfect world, I would prefer to see the Sixers. Actually, yeah, I prefer to see the Sixers. I don't know, cause all right, I prefer to see the Sixers, and then I'd prefer to see probably the Warriors. Actually, I don't know. Who would I prefer to see? I don't want to see the Nuggets. I prefer to see the Suns. If I could see any team right now that's still standing, I prefer to see the Suns. For sure. For sure. The Suns and then the Warriors. I don't want to see Denver. We can't do nothing with Jokic and we can't do nothing with AD. Simple. But I don't want to see Looney either. But alright, bro. That's gonna end up this reaction video. I'm not gonna tell you to like, comment, share, or subscribe. If y'all rock with me, I'm gonna do that anyway. And I'm going.